This is Viana Marie, and you're listening to Whoobazoo.com. This is Viana Marie, and you're listening to Whoobazoo.com.
Today on the booth, we have WWE superstar Seth Rollins of The Shield. You're an NXT champion, WWE Tag Team champion. How does it feel to be 27 and so successful?
Well, way to start off the interview. That put me over. I like that. It feels pretty good. You know, I've gotten a lot of opportunities throughout my short career, and I've been able to capitalize on them pretty well. So it's not a bad first 10 years, I'd say.
No, not at all. And I'm a huge fan of The Shield. You guys totally dominate. It's been now almost a year that you guys have been together, November of 12 at the Survivor Series. Are you happy with how The Shield is being used?
Oh, man, has it really been a year? Jeez,
almost.
Time flies when you're kicking ass and taking names, I suppose. Yeah, it's actually been awesome. It's been an amazing first year. You know, it took a little longer than I would have liked to get started, being down in NXT for a little longer than I wanted. But once we got going, the ball got rolling, and it's kind of been just snowballing ever since then.
Sinista1 here, Seth. Hey, couple quick questions for you. With such quick success as a stable and holding down that tag team title with Roman Reigns, how do you deal with the success and not let it go to your head? Has it, because we've seen this befall others such as The Big Show, Goldberg, even Randy Orton. These are guys that were given a taste of fame real quick early in their careers, let it go to their heads, and they had to be brought back to earth. I want to hear how you guys are dealing with that.
For myself personally, and I can't speak terribly too much for the other two, but this is only early in my WWE career. I've been wrestling for 10 years, and it wasn't always, WrestleManias in Madison Square Garden and, events like the one we're doing here coming up on the 5th of October in Rochester. But it started for me in bingo halls and banquet rooms and stuff in front of no people. So I've been fortunate enough to have that experience, and so I think maybe I'm able to appreciate the stuff that we've got going on right now a little bit more than some other guys.
Right. And my second question to you is what's it like for you hearing that Shield name being mentioned along the likes of other successful stables such as the Four Horsemen, the Generation X, Legion of Doom, and the NWO? Because I'm very impressed at what we're hearing. Yeah,
I mean, you throw the Shield in there with those types of stables or groups or tag teams or whatever, and it's extremely humbling because those are the guys that we all grew up watching and idolizing, and to be a part of something like that hopefully will go down in history as one of the greatest stables of all time. It's pretty cool to be a part of something special like that.
Now, in your career, as we've been talking about, you often work in a group dynamic like Age of the Fall and The Shield, and you're really accustomed to that, but do you prefer to perform solo? I mean, you're definitely talented enough where, is there any talk in the future of you kind of doing your own thing?
Who knows? We get our opportunities in the Shield to work solo as well. Dean Ambrose is United States champion, so he's off on his own quite a bit, and myself and Roman Reigns have both main evented either Raw or SmackDown, working against Daniel Bryan here just within the last month on our own. So there's some advantages to working with a group of guys and some people that you trust. But at the same time, we're all capable individuals, and if the time comes, if and when it does come, we'll be prepared to venture out into our own
Now, and you're a very high energy competitor, amazing athlete. It definitely shows in your moves. Like, one of my favorite moves you do is the springboard moonsault, where you're basically standing on the ropes and you do a backflip onto the guy. First of all, I don't know how you would even go about learning something like that. I mean, I would be terrified. Did you develop that in NXT?
Yeah, no. When I developed that when I was 14 and I forced my parents to give me a trampoline. I don't know. I just all the kids had trampolines and I wanted one. And when you're at that age, you don't really have a whole lot of fear, so you just kind of put your head back and go. And then once I was able to get it down there, I kind of just the ring ropes sort of act as a bit of a trampoline. The mat's not quite as soft, but it works out pretty good having that trampoline as a kid. And luckily, I didn't get hurt or anything like that. So, for me.
I wonder, is the ring kind of like that? Not obviously as soft as a trampoline, but I mean, you guys can really get hurt. Some people are like, "Oh, it's fake," but back in 2009, you actually had surgery on a bulging disc in your neck. It's not as it's all just fake. That's not true.
Oh, fake is easily the worst word you could ever use to describe what we do. Like, for instance, right now, I am sitting here on my couch, and I can barely see out of one eye because I got somehow poked in the eye over the weekend, and I have a scratched cornea, which, if you've ever had it, is excruciatingly painful. And I've broken my jaw, separated both my shoulders. Like you said, I had the surgery on my neck in 2009, so it's like, a lot can go wrong, and it does. And we're just lucky enough to be able to kind of trudge through it and make our way to, past all the injuries and hope that we can succeed.
With the release of WWE 2K14 on 2K Sports, I got to ask you this, man. If you had to go back in time and you had to pick a couple of WWE Hall of Famers, who would you headline against in WrestleMania for, one, the tag team titles, and two, the world champ title? Because there's a fan out there who wants to see you take on the Wyatts, but I myself would have to put you up against the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal.
Oh, man. If I had to pick, holy cow, the world title, I'd probably pick for the heavyweight championship match. Man, my favorite of all time is Shawn Michaels.
Ooh.
So I would maybe have to say him, but I'd be leaning towards the Undertaker, just because he's got that undefeated streak, and
yes,
having a shot at that would be maybe mean more than a championship.
I get chills hearing you say that, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And for a tag team, maybe the Hart Foundation, to be honest with you. They were a cool team that I really enjoyed watching growing up. The Hart Foundation or the British Bulldogs, I think,
Nice.
would be my two choices if I could go up against any teams in the history of WrestleMania.
Awesome. And our fan question comes from Denise Cardinal, and she asks, what is it like working for Stephanie McMahon and Triple H?
Well, it's been great up until this week. This week wasn't so nice. I know they're trying to cover their own butts, and we're kind of taking it for the team there. But 11-on-3 isn't the best odds all the time. So it's good for the most part. But they have their idiosyncrasies about them, their evil weirdnesses. She is a McMahon. Let's not forget that, and he is the most ruthless player in the game. So it's got its ups and downs, I'd say.
Now, it definitely looks like a showdown is brewing between the Shield and the Rhodes family as we approach Battleground for next week. Have you worked with Dustin or Cody before? What should we be expecting?
If that's something that does happen, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know who they're going to find for a third partner if it goes into a 6-man situation, because the old man can't handle it. I'll tell you that. But Cody, I've wrestled on a couple of occasions, and we seem to have some interesting chemistry in the ring. And then Dustin, Gold Dust, never. Always been a big fan, but I think with what they're bringing to the table and what they're fighting for, I think you put that up against what we're all about in the Shield, and I think you got some combustible elements there. It should make for an exciting time in Buffalo.
I'm very excited. Everyone has to check out WWE Battleground October 6th in Buffalo, New York. You can also get it on pay-per-view. And you guys, the night before, are going to be in Rochester, New York on October 5th. I'm going to be at that show. Very excited.
You're going to come hang out in Rochester, huh?
Yes, I will.
Good. You got to put a face to the voice. I like that.
Yeah, I'd love to meet you. I got to say, and this question is for all the women out there.
Oh, here we go.
Keep up with your hair. It's so sexy. Blonde on one side, dark on the other side, long, wavy. I love it.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do a lot of work trying to keep that thing nice.
You might spend more money and more work on your hair than I do.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll do my best.
Well, Seth, once again, thanks so much. Good luck.
It was a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Well, see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Booth on Whoobazoo and HatcherRadio.com. Please follow the Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. The Booth is a Sinista1 production hosted by Sinista1.
I've got to start hanging out with friends that are a little more intelligent and understand politics and stuff. It's just that I'm up on this level up here, and all my friends are down here. Me, nah. You guys, nah. Maybe a little more down in here. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine with your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, which was easy. If only I make it, this don't repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
WHOOBAZOO, that's Whoobazoo.com. WHOOBAZOO.com.